Hey guys, how's it going? This is EK. I like to thank you guys for supporting my channel. I like to thank you guys for reaching that 2100 mark of subscribers. I like to thank you guys for leaving comments and even adding me on Twitter with the rolls that you do get on your weapons. In today's video, I'm going to go over one of my favorite ARs in the game currently. It is the Ring and Nail. It is a legendary energy auto rifle. And not only is it just awesome, it's one of the things that I use a lot in stream recently, especially in Endgame. And a lot of people have been coming in and asking me questions about it. Wait, dude, what's that AR using? Is this from the raid? Is it one of the new stuff in Shadowkeep? No, it is not. It is from the Black Armory. The Ring and Nail is a 450 RPM auto rifle. It is the only precision frame AR in the energy slot that you can actually throw on anti-barrier on right now. And the thing about 450s is that they're so rare, and it is such a good weapon. Not only can it roll Dragonfly and Rampage, but it also comes with high cal and it has a nice medium zoom, which highlights enemy targets. What I love about this gun and why it fits so well into Shadowkeep is because of nightmare hunts. Any enemy that the nightmare boss pulls out is going to have solar shields. If we think about this, if we look at like the very first video that I put up for the Crota run, I used this when he summoned his acolytes, and it took the shields down pretty quick. Another cool thing about this gun is if you go into a 90-80 ordeal and the enemies have solar shields, you have something that you can use that has great range. And if there are knights, champions, this shreds through their shield if you have anti-barrier on. One of the cool things about having high caliber rounds on the gun too is that it flinches enemies, especially when you have those annoying acolytes trying to throw their Jotun grenades at you, the auto tracking grenades. Um, the reason why I use an AR over an SMG, everyone's like, oh, why don't you just use Recluse? Recluse is awesome. Recluse is a great gun. It is void as SMG, but sometimes range becomes a thing for it. Whereas with the Ring and Nail, with a medium zoom, I can hit my targets from far, especially in endgame activity where I don't need to get that close. Now, how do you go about getting a Ring and Nail? Perfect question. If you go to the tower, here's Ada, and if you own Black Armory, you can pick up the legendary auto rifle frame from Ada. Now, how can you get that? You need a ballistic log. How can you get a ballistic log? All you have to do is do one of your weekly bounties from Ada to get a ballistics log. Once you have the ballistics log and you go in, if it is your first one, you have a chance of getting the Q-rated roll. What I mean by this is that you have a chance to get the Ring and Nail with the high cal and the Dragonfly and the Rampage. Basically similar to what I have. I like to run it with the medium zoom, which is the Marin RDL. Now, let's say that you don't get that roll. Can you still farm for it? Yes, you can. You can actually go back to Ada and you can pick up that frame and keep farming for it. But having the high chance of getting that over and over and over is such an awesome thing. Being able to farm for a gun and you know that you're going to get it is an awesome thing. Now, are there certain perks that people might like more? Of course there is. But having Dragonfly and Rampage proc together is actually pretty neat. But having Rampage on this gun can work well with a Vicious Assassin, right? But you want armor piercing or high cal. The reason why you want those two because they are really great perks. High cal, when I tell you that it staggers enemies really well. It's one of those things that is just, it's very intrinsic in the game and most people take it for granted. But on an AR, it is actually a pretty neat thing to have. Now, when it comes down to activities, like I said, like 980s, it seems like this season we had a lot of Hive and we had a lot of Vex in Nightfalls. Most shields and most Nightfalls now, it seems like we've been going for Arc and Solar a lot. And I feel like if you're a player that's been playing this game a lot, even if you're new or you're a vet, you kind of want to match those elements, especially being under light. You kind of want to take those shields down as quick as possible so you can go about your business. Now, I am in the tribute hall, and I'm just going to show what the gun can do. And that basically will wrap up this video. Now, if I do proc Rampage, I can easily do a bunch of damage to a major. But the best part about this gun and having it, and even having it at such a high range, is that I can stagger this enemy. You see this? You just see his head going up and down. So similar to an acolyte, whenever they're trying to, throw a grenade, you just see their whole entire body it starts flinching, and that might prevent a wipe. Another thing that I kind of want to put into this is that if you are going to farm for this gun, keep an eye out for an Acantha D. Acantha D is a 150 RPM aggressive grenade launcher. If you could get your hands on Harlauncher Spike, you're set. If you can somehow end up with auto loading, you are truly set. The reason why I say that is because we live in a world of not having automatic reloads anymore. And auto loading holster actually kind of kicks into that play now. You can kind of use a weapon and, put it away for 2.5 seconds and go back to it and get it again. These prototype weapons, there's been a bunch of different ones that are pretty neat. So, like I said, if you are doing any of these forges, keep an eye out on it, because these are great weapons and I feel like they're undervalued and people don't pay attention to it. I just want to say thank you to everyone that is watching this video. I see you guys on the next one. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for tagging me with the rolls that you get with the weapons. And like I said, if you go for this weapon and you get a roll that you like even more, please tweet it at me on Twitter. All right? It's just Ekuegan_, which is EKUEGAN_. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching.